Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at another classic issue of John Byrne's Superman run, issue 17, the introduction of one of my favorite villainesses of all time, Silver Banshee. Can't wait to share it with you guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. This cover makes me so happy for so many reasons. I love it. First of all, John Byrne's Superman run was amazing. It's so classic. He really nailed so many classic elements, and a lot of, my contemporaries cite this as their Superman, and it definitely was the pinnacle of Superman for me, because I am such a John Byrne fan. Anyway, this cover is gorgeous. Penciled and inked by Byrne. You know, a lot of people say that Byrne, all of Byrne's covers weren't the greatest, but man, when he nailed a cover, he nailed it. I love the femme fatale aspect of this. Silver Banshee just walking over Superman's skeleton. I don't know, as a longtime comic book fan, there's something so, like, classic and fun about this type of cover. Obviously, I don't think it takes place inside the book. We'll find out. But, it's like, oh my gosh, Superman defeated, dead, whatever, and then, of course, they changed all that when they actually started killing superheroes, so, what can I say about that? Superman, created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Superman Cries in the Night, written and drawn by John Byrne, lettered by John Costanza, colored by Petra Scottis, and edited by Michael Carlin. I don't believe it. I don't believe it either, Maggie Sawyer. What are you doing standing there smoking like that? Now let's see. I can't read what the titles of these books, but knowing John Byrne, there's purpose and message in there somewhere. Or perhaps not. I don't know. This is kind of a fun cover. I would love to see this in black and white. And I like the printing and coloring, not the colorist, but the way it comes out, and the printing is just horrible. Look at all these splotches. I mean, granted, this book is old, but it's in pretty good condition. Some good spotting of blacks, nice silhouettes. Alex Toth would be proud. Could you imagine John Byrne would be like, screw Alex Toth, I don't owe him anything. I am the master, John Byrne. And yes, you are. Okay. Maggie Sawyer, chain smoking, and with all her shoulder pads and her leather mini skirt, and Fabulosity, one of the, greatest LGBT characters in mainstream comic books, kind of revolutionary on John Byrne's parts. I said it before about Maggie, and I think it was, I don't know, my last Superman issue, but whatever. John Byrne had a way of introducing gay characters and putting in a lot of subtext, i.e. North Star, without, coming right out and saying, this short of showing them at happy hour at Boy Bar in the Village, you know what I mean? Anyway. Silver Banshee, look how amazing. One of the greatest comic designs. I love it. I love, like, a John Byrne villainess, like, big hair. She's got, like, the earrings. Like, glamorous and sexy, but scary at the same time. Am I right? Fishnets. Always loving fishnets. So what is this? Lois going undercover. No one will ever... I don't even know. But of course, I love fishnets. Who doesn't love a good fishnet? Now, I totally missed the boat on this, but, and didn't... I don't know. I mean, I love the Flash Gordon movie, obviously, but... And then one of my friends got me, like, this old Flash Gordon, like, the black and white strip comic, and it was amazing. But I don't know about this miniseries, you guys. Is it a miniseries or... Oh, 9-issue maxi series. My bad. It's a maxi series with dry weave. The LexCorp, I love that. It's just probably a hop, skip, and a jump from the Daily Planet, wouldn't you imagine? I mean, of course, in the real world, like how you discover that Disney owns everything, but then, like, the same companies, like, own everything, and, like, it's all about the pharmaceutical companies and stuff. Wouldn't it be something? And I'm sure it's true, or that should be a story somewhere. I mean, has Lex Luthor ever owned the Daily Planet? I mean, come on, whatever. I'm not exactly breaking new ground with that, I'm sure. And that just speaks to my, like, ignorance of Superman. I mean, and when I say, it's weird because I am a lifelong Superman fan, mostly because of the Christopher Reeve film, but then I mostly read Superman during John Byrne's run. And probably like Jeff Loeb, Ed McGuinness. That was like some good stuff too. I mean, Superman here and there, right? But never as committed as I was for those 2 years, 3 years, 2.5 years Byrne gave us. And I just love Silver Banshee. She's in a bookstore. Here we go again. The Stern Report. Okay, so that's just, see, that's the other thing, you know, in comics, you're always like dropping, like name dropping your friends. Obviously, that's Roger Stern, writer Roger Stern. Byrne and him are good friends. They worked on Captain America together. I don't think I've covered that, or perhaps I have. I think I have. Whatever. You know, it's all a big blur at this point. So anyway, I love this Silver Banshee character because she kind of looks like Dia de Los Muertos, but it's like the Irish version of that. So that's fun because she's a Silver Banshee. And come on, that's such a great name too. Such an iconic character. Interesting, because I'm used to seeing Carl Kessel draw this pattern, or ink this pattern, or even Terry Austin, rather. So it's kind of fun to see John Byrne's take on doing his own pattern, inking his own art. Imagine that. I mean, John Byrne is a pretty prolific inker. You know, he's inked more than his fair share of his own art compared to a lot of other, you know, prolific comic book artists like himself. Like, good question, you know, since I'm not such a Kirby-phile, and I'm a later Kirby fan, as I'm one of those weird people who didn't like his art when I was younger and just cannot believe how amazing and jaw-dropping it is now, of course, but, like, I don't recall Kirby really inking himself a lot. I need to look that up. I would love to see some Kirby art inked by himself. I love this Batman with the all black, like, you know how usually there's the blue highlights or the shadows. I feel like John Byrne always had like a specific artist in mind when he was drawing certain characters, like, you know, this is Kurt Swan's Superman, or this is, you know, I don't even, you know, I don't even know whose Batman that would be, but it just seems like that. Oh, and that's also kind of cool. So Superman, in order to trick the Silver Banshee, dressed as Batman. And that would explain why he looks a little bit different, perhaps. And good on you, Byrne, for making it a visibly, noticeably different thing a little bit. That was like really good English, wasn't it, guys? Loving the art on this Crimson Avenger. Greg Brooks? Interesting. May need to look that up. This is also the joy, since I only love old comics mostly, and the indie comics, and just, I don't know, whatever, the handful of good comics out there. It's kind of fun to get a second chance to find old comics, like I did with NFL Pro. Not that that's such a great comic, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, is this like a precursor to the grunge? Like, I don't even know what's going on. It's funny because, speaking of LGBTQIA characters, there certain, and I'm sure it's mostly the gay comic book fan base, but, you know, like, I feel like John Byrne drew kind of hot men, and George Perez kind of drew hot men, and, I don't know, but there was sort of, like, could he not be a village person with that? Like, the 90s grunge Viking village person. That's 90s Viking grunge village person. Is that my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? Is that my cash cow right there? Something, like, lifted right out of this Byrne comic. Which, like, is that Hulk Hogan vibes there? What's happening? I don't know, this is so weird. Like, arguably, this seems like a really boring story. Maybe he had too much going on at this time. There's, like, no backgrounds. They're kind of just, like, talking heads. I mean, you got this character looks like Silver Banshee. They should just be beating the crap out of each other every single page. And then you got this weird effect. Interesting. What a revolting development, Maggie Sawyer. Oh, Jimmy Olsen. Everyone good? Okay. Because I don't know what's going on because we haven't had backgrounds for like 3 pages. And I never slam Byrne that way 4 pages. Sort of. And Jimmy Olsen's mom's a MILF. Like, crazy, right? Did you remember that? Anyway. maybe not the best debut for Silver Banshee, but I did love her. I mean, another classic Byrne issue. Of course, Carrie Gamel, great artist. Power Girl, love it. Anyway, the debut of Silver Banshee, Superman 17 by John Byrne. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I'll bring you more soon.